Bullying works, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes you have to bully people. You do. I believe that. Only assholes. Like, we were bullying for the wrong reasons before. We were bullying people for like how they were born, and now I'm happy to bully people for the choices they made. You know? And maybe that's just me. Like, I grew up in a military family. My dad's in the Navy. I got 2 uncles, Special Forces. My grandfather was in the Air Force. So when I was raised, I was always taught it is absolutely fine to punch an asshole. It is always fine. Don't even worry about it. And that's why, I don't know if you guys remember this, but like a few years ago, there was a Nazi who was being interviewed in the street, right? And he was just talking to the camera, just gab, gab, gab. You know how fucking Nazis are. Shut up. Just all the time. Oh, talk. Jesus Christ. Just step in. Fuck off. So he's just talking to the camera, right? And then out of nowhere, in one of the greatest moments in television history, this fist just appeared. Pow! You didn't even get to see the guy, just an arm. Pow! And it was so funny. He was in mid-word, just Jews. And then afterwards, speaking of stupid questions, newscasters all over the world. Is it okay to punch a Nazi? And my whole family was like, fuck yeah, it is. Of course you can. Nazis are textbook assholes. Punch away. My grandfather shot Nazis out of the sky. Punching one feels like the least I could do. Now, to be clear, he's got to be being an asshole at the time. All right? You can't sneak up on him while he's singing happy birthday to his kids. Because then you're an asshole. And the rule says the Nazi gets to punch you. And then when you come complaining to me, I'm in the uncomfortable position of saying words I hoped I'd never have to say, which is, I agree with the Nazi. I can't believe you put me in this position. Oh, man. But growing up, here's something that I've learned as I've aged, is that there are some assholes that you just can't punch. You just can't do it, like teenagers. Teenagers are assholes. We all hate them. You can't punch them. You can't punch a teenager. I don't know why. They could all take me, but you can't punch a teenager. That's fine. But you know what you can do? You can break their spirit. So I do that. Can't recommend it enough. I remember a few years back, I was on a train in England. They take trains there because it's the past. And so I'm on this train, and across the aisle, there are these 2 kids. They're like 15, 16 years old, right? And they're bullying a guy. He's sitting 2 rows in front of me. They kept calling him Fat Jesus. Now, to be fair to the kids, nailed it. It's exactly what he looked like. They were born post 9/11. See something, say something. I get it. But they were going for too long. It was too much. It was just Fat Jesus. Fat Jesus. Maybe you should have jogged on water. I was like, it's actually pretty funny. That's mean, but it's pretty good. Now, the guy did the wrong thing. If teenagers are bullying you, you put on your headphones, you leave the room, whatever it is. Don't give them a reaction. That's all they want. This guy gave him a hell of a reaction. He did not turn the other cheek. He jumped up out of his chair, he ran down the aisle, opened up a bottle of water, poured it all over the kids, doused them. Super un-Christ-like behavior. He didn't bless it first. So the bottle's empty, chucks the bottle at the kids, right? So the kids jump up, they're screaming at him, he's screaming at them, they're right next to my seat, so I'm sitting here, loving it. Having so much fun. So this goes on for a couple minutes, right? And then Fat Jesus' girlfriend, she gets up, right? I bet you thought he was single. Shame on you. They were very much in love. So Fat Jesus' girlfriend, she gets up. She walks down the aisle, and she starts calming everyone down. And she's doing a good job. She's acknowledging there's problems on both sides. Everyone's being an asshole. She's trying to do right by everyone. But then the kids, they started talking shit to her, and then it just wasn't fun anymore, you know? So I'm still watching, but I'm not enjoying myself because it's threats and accusations. It's all the shit you see on Twitter. It was awful. So I'm sitting here, I'm watching, but I'm not having a good time. And one of the kids, he finally notices me and he catches me out of the corner of his eye and he goes, "Hey man, you got a fucking problem?" And I was like, "Dude, I got no problem with you. Your dad clearly beats you." And then everyone went quiet. And Fat Jesus and his girlfriend, they sat down. And then the kids sat down, they just looked at their shoes for a while. And then one of the kids, he looked up at me and he was like, "You're mean." I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, I bet you wish I'd punched you.